What's up, guys? NepentheZ here, and welcome back to another draft video. Today we are going to once again try and tackle the 130. I've got 105,000 coins. We're going to keep drafting until we run out of said coins. With that, let's start with the 4-3-2-1. So that is going to be 7 drafts in total. Nanny is there after 6 p.m. content on Friday. Not that there was any content literally whatsoever, but after 6 p.m. on Friday, I was concerned of 2 things. Number one, that EA were going to remove all of the kind of like preseason cards and all of the cool content out of packs in general. Not that would have really bothered me. It's just a nice coin maker if you hit one from one of these tradable packs you get from round 1 of draft, which they didn't. And number 2 was that they were going to ruin draft by taking all of the SBC and specials out of draft, which, as you can see by him and there, they didn't. I did build a couple of drafts after 6 p.m. just to have a little look to what our potential is going to be. We'll take Cloyver there. Got the 98, of course. And so, yeah, we're back at it, guys. Of course, thank you very much for being here. Leave a like on the video if you like the video. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We are now, beautifully, another day closer to FC 25. It is Saturday. FC 25 is here on Friday. But of course, if you're on Xbox specifically and change your region to New Zealand, you will get it on Thursday, because they're 12 hours into the future, of course. And I've seen from Castro on X, and I've also heard through the grapevine that content creators, not me, I'm not privy to EA's insider group, unfortunately, but content creators will be having access to the game on Wednesday, which gives us just a few days before FC 24 content is truly dead. It is pretty much dead. I actually think these videos are probably the most viewed FC 24 videos on YouTube at the moment, so thank you guys for that. I appreciate that greatly. And hopefully we'll be able to end with that 125, sorry, 130, 125. What world am I living in? Give me that Alaba. So yeah, I mean, listen, I'm still getting sent 130s daily. So well done to you lot for getting those 130s. But I was actually curious, Murphy. I was sitting there thinking, man, there's like about 40,000 people watch this video every day, which is wild, by the way, wild. I wonder how many of you are actually also trying to hit the 130, because if it's even just some of you, 500, 600, 700, and from all of you plus me, we're getting like 1 or 2 130s a day. It's just gonna be hard, isn't it? It's just gonna be hard. Robertson goes in there over Nunoenge, which is Trebillon. Which is Trebillon. We will take Nationweng. She doesn't have anything that helps us there, unfortunately, but good for the bench. Is 93 rated. On my other account, one thing that's sad that happened today, guys, is that EA ended the web app, and I use the web app to sell things a lot quicker. So obviously they're preparing the web app for the FC 25. So what I'm going to do is after today's video, or tomorrow, I'm going to go onto my other account that I already had, I think, a couple 100,000 coins on. Look at that. Ouge, man, has he got cam? Got striker. Yeah, I'm going to go into the other account that I've already got some coins on. Try and get like 500,000 coins, and then, or like 1 million coins. Basically, just get as many coins as I can, and then that will be like the final video. Me just doing drafts until I have run out of coins. Now, we lose a humongous amount of chemistry if we put Lionel Messi into the starting 11 there. So we won't. Johan Cruyff doesn't even get on the starting 11, unfortunately. Do need a better right back. Has Rafi got? Nope, just right wing, right mid. Cool. Nice, some reasonably high rated players here. That's 397s, 497s now, and a 98 as well. Got a 95 Canu, doesn't have cam. That doesn't really help. That Kaka's letting us down a bit. We've got 94 Ricardo Carvalho, doesn't have right back, and also Stanisic is a right back, higher rated. Then James goes in, gives us 1 chemistry. James just about gets on the bench. See what I mean? Like, yesterday, I don't know what was happening yesterday, guys. In that draft yesterday, we struggled to get high-rated drafts. The 2 that I built after 6 p.m., both were 95 rated. And this is now the third draft that I've built since that change. And it is again 95 rated with a few stinky players, it must be said. You know, it's not pretty that the 91 is in that starting lineup. The 92 rated card is in that starting lineup. We'll get the guaranteed 128 there. We'll lock it in. That is the end of attempt number 1. Let's get into attempt number 2. All right, guys. Here we go again. In the know. Got a comment from yesterday. Let's do 4-1-2-1-2. I like it. There's Nep. Just want to say I've enjoyed the engagement with the audience / community. For all the ups and downs. Like, it's been mostly ups, hasn't it? Let's be real. We've enjoyed ourselves. It's been very refreshing and offers a unique dynamic. Give me that Kola Mwani, baby. Compared with big other content creators. Well, good. I'm glad. Like, one of the things that was kind of like my niche, I suppose, to a degree, and we are going all the way back to 2012. One of the things that set me apart back then and made me me and stand out in the community in some ways is the series that I did, Ruin a Randomer. And the premise was real simple. I would play one game. It would last 15 to 20 minutes unless, of course, the person quit. And I would just talk and tell a story whilst playing the game. And it was unusual in the space for somebody to not pre-record or talk over lots of bits of content together and just do like a live com. As you know, we now know in the way like streaming kind of took off, that is basically a gigantic Ruin a Randomer. And so this is what I like the most. I really enjoy the kind of tete-a-tete with the community. One thing that was interesting in terms of the dynamic that changed for the negative as I got a bigger and bigger audience is my opinions were less acceptable on, like, for example, if somebody gave me grief in the comment section when I had 50,000 subscribers or 100,000 subscribers and I gave them grief back, there was a mentality of, yeah, stick it to the man. Like, that guy doesn't get, you know, he doesn't get to talk to you in any which way. You stand up for yourself. Yeah, go you. And that's calm because that makes sense, right? People should stand up for themselves in that regard. Then started getting a bigger audience and a generally wider audience, and all of a sudden it's unacceptable. Stand up for yourself now. You just got to take it on the chin and just let the grief go. And to be fair, it's probably better for your health to actually just let it go anyway. But it was funny how the dynamic slowly over time changed from, wow, nice, well done for sticking up for yourself, to, can't say that. You're not allowed to talk to fans like that. And it's like, you know, if you're talking to me that way, are you really a fan? I don't know. That's another story for another day. But yeah, it was just it was peculiar. It was genuinely peculiar how the situation flipped. But the truth is, I really enjoy the conversation. I really enjoy the back and forth. I really enjoy seeing your guys' opinions. I learned over the years of the RTGs, especially like not even just the RTGs, any sorts of videos really. I learned so much from the comment section because I would talk to the comment section. The amount of times, do I want Raoul or do I want like a Sol Campbell here? We'll take Sol. The amount of times I would like talk about something in a video and then it would either incite discussion in the comment section or somebody would just give some information that I didn't know, or, you know, give a bit of context to something that I was wrong about. And it helped drive my understanding of the game to be good at the game, like in terms of playing the game overall, not like actually good on the sticks, because I have my ups and downs on that's for sure. But in terms of actually, you know, utilizing every area of the game in the best way possible to get the most out of the game in the shortest time possible, I learned a lot of that from discussions with the chat. So it was always brilliant for me and it was always helpful. And then that got lost in the way over the last couple of years because of streaming deals. You know, I took a deal with Facebook, which was an ungodly amount of hours required to be streamed every single month. And off the back of streaming for so long, two things happened specifically dramatically. The first thing that happened was I got that kind of like feed from the stream chat rather than from the video chat. So I stopped kind of like needing to read the comments. I stopped needing to go back to a video to get my piece of information because it had already been provided to me from the stream chat. But the other thing that happened is I ended up being able to like pay for editors and have staff. And so all of a sudden, I wasn't the person looking at every video, every piece of content I uploaded. I wasn't the person responding to comments. And so I actually lost just talking to the chat in general because I didn't look at the videos. And that whole dynamic of the way my content was changed almost overnight. And that's sad, but obviously you have to evolve. You have to adapt. What a selection. You have to stay in tune with the YouTube algorithm, otherwise you will just die off. Even your most diehard of fans will eventually stop watching for something as simple as going on holiday. And when they come back, the videos won't be in their rotation anymore. And you might be sitting there thinking to yourself that you might know a creator. You might be like, oh, I used to watch such and such all the time. And then out of nowhere, I just stopped. And there's no like underlying reason for it. You just stopped. And quite regularly, it's the YouTube algorithm. Like, quite regularly, it's just YouTube being like, oh, you didn't watch his video for like 4 days in a row? Well, we'll suggest you something else then. And you're sitting there like, no, I want that. It was unreal for me after my Facebook contract ended. And I came back to stream on YouTube, which I hadn't done for actually about 3 years. And when you stream now on YouTube, your live tab or whatever gets populated at the top of like a specific part on YouTube. The amount of people that had coming back, I didn't even know you still make content net. Like, you just don't get my sub boxes anymore and things like that. And it's like, damn, savage. But yeah, it's even this, like just talking about, I just love talking in general. But just talking about like how it came about, how it worked, how it didn't work, what goes right, what goes wrong. It's what I love about what I do, like genuinely, and it's the biggest. It's always the biggest takeaway I get is the communication that I have with my community. Let's get over Danso. The next comment. Well, the next one is from Rod. He says, "Don't know if anyone says it previously, but when Nep says Swazo, it makes my day." I don't know why I get that. It's a weird. I don't want to call it a tick because I think that would be somewhat minimizing Tourette's, and I don't have Tourette's at all, and so I wouldn't even begin to try and pretend like I know what it's like to have it or anything. But I do it with so many names, and I don't know why. I don't know why. But yeah, we also have Yassine. Give me that, hey yo. This is going to be another 95, but obviously this, this draft's stinky as. But this should be another 128, maybe a 129 if we're lucky. If we can get that Xabi Alonso out, maybe even Maldini, and definitely Giroud. Although Kobel now might be all right. He is good. This might be a 95 now then. Is not. Yassine says, I'm finally done with FIFA, and I don't know how people get excited every year for a scripted game. The debate on scripting is one that will go on until the end of time. And, for me personally, I used to think scripting existed back in like FIFA 12. I made a video literally just called scripting because I couldn't understand. I literally just couldn't understand how people would beat me when I felt like I was a better player. But the truth is, there's coding in this game. There's bad animations in this game. There's bad connections in this game. There's just broken mechanics in this game. There's certain patterns in this game that usually result in certain things happening. But EA aren't out to get any particular person. You just got to... there's a phrase I'm going to start using from right now, and I learned this from So Rare. And that phrase, of course, is beat the game. Now, you might sit and think, what are you talking about? What nonsense is coming now? Beat the game on So Rare, which is a fantasy football game. Take that 3 at the back again. Yeah, beat the game on So Rare is a fantasy football game, and they had a mode, which they've taken out now because people were too good at it, where if you scored a certain number of points with your fantasy team, you would get $50 or $80 or $100, right? Beat the game. The way... Ooh, nice, we've got Zola, the draft granola. The way you have to interpret FC 25, FC 24, and FIFAs of old is beat the game. Don't beat the player, beat the game. What I mean by that is, one of the things that I suffer with the most is tackling. Because I like to manually defend, and guess what? I'm bad at it. The amount of times I tackle a player and the ball drops back to my opponent, and then I'll put another tackle in and the ball drops back to my opponent, and I'll get an interception and the ball drops back to my opponent. From a lot of people, scripting, there you go, that's it. Job done, it's scripting. Game scripted, it wanted him to score. Truth of the matter is if you learn how to beat the game instead of beat the player, you would have got the ball back. And what I mean by that is, if manual defending ain't it, don't do it. Just let the AI defend for you. Will you still concede goals? Yes. But if you can remedy the things that continuously go wrong for you, even though you think you're doing things correctly, by learning how the game works. For example, how many times did you score from corners versus how many times did you concede from corners this year? I conceded way more corners until I learned how to take corners. And it was so simple. And all it took is me to watch one tutorial, and then one person in my chat was like, if you just aim the line at this point on the box, it will always hit this point in the box. And I started scoring corner after corner after corner after corner. And it's like, damn, what a nice asset to have to be able to get a goal like every second or third corner. Some games I'd score every corner. And you know, at that point, it's like, well, what if they bring the keeper out? Learn how to beat the game. Learn how to put the corner into the similar sort of spot. What a collection and selection of players that is. Yeah, you got to learn to beat the game. Just learn to beat it. Go ahead and figure out how on earth to put the ball somewhere that makes sense, even if the goalkeeper's off his line. And you know, for a long period of time, that was actually putting the ball in the back of the net, wasn't it? Remember, we was able to score directly from corners quite regularly. Mane's got left mid, hasn't he? If we put Hullet in here, Mane can go in here. And so next year, I think it's just important that people focus on the capability of beating the game, beating the system. Because you got pro players that never, ever lose. You know, I've seen Orzio get insane returns. You know, like, Orzio's the sort of guy that will literally go 19-0 without even sweating, without even having to focus, without even having to pay attention. And that's insane, which means ultimately, as much as we might hate to say this, to admit this or whatever, it's a skill issue. It's just a skill issue. You've got to learn to beat the game. And one of the things that Orzio does constantly, all the time, every time, is step over speed boost. He just nailed it. He did player lock all the time, and he'd step over speed boost all the time. And he'd obviously just figured out whatever pattern it was to open up his opponent continuously, and he beat the game. He didn't beat his opponent. He did the same thing against every single person, which means it wasn't the person he was playing against. I kind of like, I personally play in a way where I'm like, okay, my opponent's trying to play like this. Okay, well, I'll play like that. Oh, they're doing this. Well, I'll do that. Orzio's like, I've learned how to beat FIFA. I've learned how to beat FC24. Player locks, can't track the players. The step over speed boost, you're not quick enough to catch up with me. So as long as you then have good decision making in your pass and shot selection, you're just going to win all the time. So yeah, I think let's start normalizing. Don't beat the player, beat the game. Let's start normalizing learning how to understand to beat this game and get our 130, please. Yeah, come on. The next comment we got is from VA DZ6or. Over to the 4-3-3 flat. It says, don't keep taking the same formations. Wait, yesterday I took loads of different formations. In fact, I went back to the 4-3-2-1 because taking the other formations was really bad and giving us terrible drafts. So many other YouTubers are getting 1-2-9s. Ooh, yeah. 1-2-9s in a back 5 formation. I don't want 1-2-9, man. I want a 130. Like, 1-2-9s. Who's getting gassed over a 1-2-9? Try to be more receptive and try different formations. Again, in the video that you're responding the comment to, nice. I quite literally took 5 or 6 different formations. Actually, that's not true. Maybe one of the formations. Maybe I took the 3-4-1-2 or the 3-4-2-1 twice. But otherwise, it was all different, baby. It was all different. You took a 4-3-3 and said you want to try a different formation. The next draft, you took another 4-3-3 again, and you're saying it's a bad draft. Yeah, but they were different versions of the 4-3-3, weren't they? It wasn't the same one. It was a 4-3-3 with a cam. Then it was this one, the 4-3-3 flat. By the way, what a draft this is turning out to be. 98 Carvajal, 99 Meaham, 2 96s, a 94, and then a few stinky players that we want to get rid of, but we don't mind having because they're not like the god-awful cards. This has got 129/130 written all over it. Oh, yeah, it has. Oh, yeah, it has. We're already 95 rated with Catley at left back, Campbell, who needs to go. Who's that? Is that Williams? Williams needs to go. Bailey needs to go. Oh, even to a degree. Javi needs to go, but that's not bad. Jay Colley says, I've been attempting the 130, done over 200 attempts. I always take the goalkeepers first, as if you don't get a 90 plus, you won't get the 130. No 90 in the first two. I head to the reserves, and if no success, I just auto-complete the draft. Yeah, do you know what? That's not even a bad strategy, to be fair. Because you are absolutely right. If you don't get like one of those really high-rated goalkeepers, I wouldn't even say a 90 plus. I'd probably say like a 93 or a 94 plus. If you don't get like an elite goalkeeper, you genuinely have no chance whatsoever, do you? Right, what do we want here? Cafu. Has Carvajal got left back? No. Cafu hasn't got right wing either. Or we could take Yashin. Would enable us to put Osterman at left back. Yashin there. We're max chemistry. We're 95 rated. We got opportunities here. We got opportunities. We'll take Frankowski. You can just go on the bench for now. Right, that's our last dead pick gone. Nice. All 99s from here. It's actually stinky, isn't it? I'll take Cruyff, even though he doesn't get... Oh, wait, does he get in a team? He does. He does. Just. He goes there. They swap around. We do still need to improve Williams. This is one hell of a draft. Even just like the general icon draft. This is one hell of a draft. I need some 99s though, EA, please. Tyler's got left wing, right? Yeah. Not left wing, right. Just left wing, but right, you know. That should take us back up to a 95 with 4 picks to go. It didn't. Wow. I suppose I have got an 85 and an 83 on the bench with an 89 and a 90. So I need to rectify that pretty fast. Let's take Cafu. That should definitely get us back up to that 95. It does. I need 3 huge cards. I am not getting 3 cards. I got 1 mediocre card. I got 1 more mediocre card. Can take a Rude Boy. In over Campbell. Swap around with Lothar Matthäus. Campbell doesn't even get on the bench. Not 129. But it might be. Let's put Puskás up there. Let's put Cruyff on the bench. I don't think this is enough to take it to a 96 rated. It is not. I feel like a draft like this is all I'm missing. See how we got 2 90s and a 91, for example. If I've just got like a 97, a 98, and a 96 there, I feel like we're actually up at the 97 rated overall. You know, this is a huge draft. Even though only 199, got a 98, a couple of 97s. Just generally speaking, it's just a really high draft, but still not good enough. So I'll see you in the next one. Jake says we've got 2 drafts left, guys, before these coins are gone. Let's take a 5 at the back. Let's take the 5-2-1-2. Jake says, Nep takes 92 Lucio, and then says, give me 99 Lucio. These drafts have messed up Nep big time. What the context is, for example, here, if I take 93 Ham, now I'm like, come on, EA, man, give me 99 Ham. I don't mean in like this pick here. It's more like a, instead of 93 Ham, give me 90. Do you know what I mean? Anyways. There was an interesting comment that I saw. Gabriel says, Elite FUT FC got multiple 99s in his video today, including TR7, Lam, and I think it's Fotheringham, is it? And he was getting 128, which is wild, isn't it? We haven't seen 99 Pedri in a long time. Does EA put different players depending on what part of the world you're playing? That's a really interesting thought process, isn't it? I don't know. I don't know. And then Ad says, it's insane that you've gotten less footies cards after they added about 50 to the draft pool. Isn't it just? And again, it's one of those things that I will never comprehend with the way this company treats draft. I don't get it. There is no rhyme or reason. There is no logic. There are no patterns. It is filled with randomness. Like a crazy amount of randomness. Yet it's controlled randomness. Because as I said, the pool of players today compared to the pool of players 2 days ago and last week is wild. It's wild. There's there. Get Frankowski over there. This draft is... You can't tell me 5 of the backs are the better way, man. This draft is awful. It's stinky. It's so stinky. Now, it'll probably end up being like a 94 or a 95 rated, of course. Actually, I don't even know. This is a bad draft, to be fair. All right, Frank Rijkaard saves us a little bit. Watch is telling me to start walking, guys. Let's get moving. 30 minutes sat down doing nothing. Let's get moving. Give me the 98 Los Elso. Go in there. Love that. Yeah, see, this is where we end up getting like another couple of huge cards. And then EA like, there you go. Good job, pal. 195. Well, not 195, you know what I mean. 95 rated. Take Di Maria there. Get Di Maria into the team over Vincent Kompany, actually. Pop Frank Rijkaard there. Pop Di Maria with Lo Celso there. Bish bash bosh. Still only a 92 rated. That is mad. I'll tell you what I'm going to do in the next draft, even though I'll finish it properly anyway. I'm going to do what the other guy said, suggested, or talked about in the comments, and I'm going to just pick the goalkeepers first. And if I don't get a really good goalkeeper out of those 2 spots, I'll go and do the reserves. And I'll just get myself to a position where I'm either got a chance of success or just blindly guaranteeing failure earlier on in the draft. What could be worse? Has Hansen got anything useful for us? She has not. We'll bring the rating up, though, to the 94, I'm sure. Yep, there's a 127. Like I said, even though this draft is a bit stinky, it's still going to end up being 127 or even a 128. Rimaldo goes in over Erkan Koçu. The Benfica past and present, hey? Onto the bench he goes over Vincent Kompany. And then the last pick will be 96. Gas goes in over Mia Hamm. Goes onto the bench just and gets us not a 95. Let's get into the final draft for today. Right, let's do it. 661 coins left. Let's go with the 5221. Do another 5 back, a different one. Let's start with Ludovic Julie. Let's get our goalkeepers in. Get them in. Do we get a beast goalkeeper? Yes, we do. We get a 93 check. He's good enough. He's good enough. Our second goalkeeper is a pile of trash. But that's okay. We got Petr Cech. Ain't nobody better than Petr. 98 Ginola. He is extremely rare in draft. We'll take a Ronaldinho there as well. A lot of other good left wings, including 99 Neymar that we put over there anyway. We've got 99 David Beckham. Ginola has left wing too, and Beckham can go at striker, of course, which is great. Got 92 Frank Lampard. Any English players would be very welcome now because they'd be good on chemistry. Take Cafu as well. Brazilians as well would be 4 on chemistry. Take Yashin. I mean, we're just getting an icon draft here, aren't we? Icons and heroes only. Yes, please. Bit of a dead selection, but that's okay. Could take an icon or a hero there. I won't. We'll take Bathgeth right there. And then it'll be Vicente Lizarazu. I mean, listen, 93 rated with 2 common goals and just a generally good base selection of players. Don't mind too much. David Hansko, I want into that centre-back spot. Love that. On full chem, I don't really want 92s in there. Take 97 Hernandez. Have left wing as left mid, unfortunately. Whoa. We'll take Patrick Vieira, 93 rated, in over Frank Lampard. This could be a one. This could be like a 129, to be fair. Oh yes, please. We really need an upgrade on the right wing spot, and we've now got it. Zinedine Zidane over Ludovic Julie. Swaps with David Beckham. Bang. Oh, that's a good setup, isn't it? We need a couple of good defenders. God damn. Ronaldinho off the team. That is a big addition. That is a... Whoops. Never mind. That is a big addition. Can I... Nope. EA... There we go. All right. Is this 95 rated already? It's not quite. Oh, guys, this has got genuine potential. Genuine potential. 98 Nkunku. He's got centre forward, cam, and striker, so he can go in over Davos Suker. That surely is 95 rated. Oh, how no? It's this backline. Okay. Marcos Llorente. That is definitely 95 rated now. It's a shame because he doesn't have right wing back. We can either put him at centre mid or right wing. I really wanted to upgrade those centre backs and goalkeeper, but that is huge. We are a 95. Di Maria goes in over Rui Silva. We need a 90. No, actually, we need an 89 rated right now to get onto the bench. And then after that, we need a 93. Well, there's 95 Canu. We've got a 129. We have got 2 picks to go. We've got massive potential to upgrade centre-backs and goalkeeper. This is huge. We have got 3 98s, a 99, and a 97 in the starting lineup. Is this the one? It is not. 92 Saka doesn't even get on the bench. Oh, 99 Frimpong does get on the bench. Does get on the team. Does not link us high enough. It is this trio here. I needed one better player. I honestly think 97 Schmeichel or like just any 96, 97 rated centre-back would have been enough to push us up to a 127. That is a huge draft to end off today's video. Going for that formation again next time around. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.